Big-time stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if you find a way to win. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Seminoles will put total leather to crank us up. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Offense in a bunch formation. Dropping back, it's Bryant. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to run it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Motion from the back. To the air on 2nd down. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throwing right. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernia schools. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
The Noles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Sperry. The screen, he can go. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the right. It's complete. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Noles!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Tar Heels come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Gives it on the option. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Just going to keep it after the snap. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands, and it makes me think back to old great Seminole running backs like...
And the defense, got him at the 27.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Fires to the wideout. Goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate through the weather and get it to your target. But just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Leaves it with the running back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
All right, on offense, you're trying to catch him napping on 3rd and long. You try to run the football, but good job by the defense not being fooled and giving themselves an opportunity now to get the ball back.
Yeah, you got to do a better job not getting in 3rd and long. Offense has to be better on 1st and 2nd down, so you're not forced in these 4th down situations where now you're in limbo of what you want to do.
On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Off the play fake on 1st down. He put some heat on that one down the middle. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Bryant. Working that wide receiver screen. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. The Tar Heels decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, baby.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Line gets set, first down. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Keeps looking downfield. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point that he was able to come away with the pick.
Throws to the wideout. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show.
Breaks into the open. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And the Tar Heels, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Nichols. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
On the option, he'll toss it. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting Hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
Slings it downfield, and they can't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. Just drives it between the uprights. This is now a 7-point game.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Snagged in the middle, it's Young. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
And the Seminoles want to pick up the tempo.
And you'd like to see the defense play a little bit tighter on those short yard situations. They give up the first down, and they better get ready because you can tell they're right back on the ball to run another play.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Well, he got you 2 on first down. He got you 2 on second. 2 won't get it done on third. You're going to have to go somewhere else if you're on offense here to stay on the field.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Looking down the middle. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. To the air, it's Bryant. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic.
Look, got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Florida State. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
17, North Carolina, 3.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. He'll start this drive firing. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had the last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
The Tar Heels need to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. It's Pryor. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he showed you the arm talent.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. On the move. Bringing it back. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
When your run game's working like this early in the game, man, it makes everything so easy. And after big runs like that, watch for this offense to come back and attack some play action down the field.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Tar Heels will kick it away to start the second half. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pre-firing. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Noles will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Fourth down coming up.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Makes the grab past the marker. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The Tar Heels will hustle to the line. Off play action. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
Right down the middle. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And the Tar Heels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Bryant. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. The Tar Heels have it with a first and goal. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Not much room. He gets one down to the 7.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
Looking to pass. It's Bryant. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Tar Heels. The offense cashing it in on that drive. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. LSU is currently ahead in this one in Death Valley, but I can see Mike the Tiger out there pacing. This has been a very close game. They're up by 5 over Tulane. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
You know, David, I love defenses that stay aggressive, especially at this point of the field. They've got pass rushers on this unit with speed and that are aggressive and that can win one-on-one, and you saw it right there.
And there's two thought processes when I'm a defense and I got them backed up is I am stopping the run, not allowing them to have any space, but also understanding this is also a
intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, North Carolina!
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. line. Looking for room, it's Best. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Seminoles want to crank the tempo.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Back to throw, it's Sperry. That's caught. It's Karapateas. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Oh, that is a rope for the completion in this offense. I'll tell you, you think about great Seminole quarterbacks, the 3 W's, Wenke, Winston, Ward. Dudes that could change the game, Heisman Trophy winners. Every defensive coordinator was scared every time they had to play the Seminoles because of that vaunted passing attack. And this guy, I think he has D coordinator seeing ghosts because this guy can play at a high level.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making. And that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. He's got it. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And the Tar Heels will have it 1st and 10. Finds his man. It's Pryor. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide.
Touchdown, UNC! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Sperry. Bears the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you, a huge 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. Not really a huge decision there. You don't want to give up the football at this juncture of the game, and they're able to keep the drive going.
You know, the head coach here obviously feels like punts and field goals are not going to get him back in it, so put this one on your quarterback. Trust in him to go out and execute and give your team a chance to win.
The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? A long way to go. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Pocket breaking down. Finds a little space. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the 1st down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory.
It's money time, and my quarterback's got to come through, and boy, does he ever. It wasn't with his arm this time, but with his legs. You don't account for his legs? Look at this. Scramble around, get outside the pocket, make something happen, and make the heads-up play to stop the boom.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Give up some yardage. They've given up some plays. No big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
The Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. They're working that left side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Unleashes one. He caught it. Touchdown Seminoles. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass. It's Bryant. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll pull it down. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. The Tar Heels come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. Still running at the 40. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. He wants to change this route. Off play action on first down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That will put the